though. Terry Kennedy standing by out in the ring.
There has been movement at longer odds for Zanna, number 4. Significant move Zanna's way. Yes, last year Republic Lass, Glenn Boss was able to win. In 2001, Glenn won it on Lady Mulan. And this afternoon, for the 2003 edition, Glenn Boss is riding the rank outsider, or one of them, in the shape of Stolen Glances. Gullcatcher did a good job to win the first. Kieran McAvoy, number 9, beat 2 Scottish Pride, 15 Blue Wiener, 6 4th Kutamutu. 3 lengths the winning margin. 1:10.14 was the time, which amazed most of us. Grand Army holds the race record on a good track at 1:10.05. Bear in mind, this track rated as slow. 1:10.14. It'll be interesting to see what they run here. To give you a guide, the race record's held by La Grisette on a good track, established back in March of 1975 of 2:2.80. Dignity Dancer holds the course record 2 minutes 0.43. So he did a big job, Gullcatcher, first up from a spell, hadn't run since last September. Now let's get back to the second of the day. And coming up to line now, Bumptious, Smash still away, and Vittorisk is the other out of the barrier stalls. Crowd is building. We've had about 3 short, sharp showers between the first and this race. Now, the last into line will be Vittorisk. And the Newcastle trained filly walks in, and we're ready for a start. Second of the day, the San Miguel Adrian Knox Stakes. Ain't Seen Nothing, the favourite from gate 2, and they're off, and Ain't Seen Nothing bounced out in front. Kriyanka got out well, and so too did Fladay, and going across from the widest alley, Bumptious. Then Acacia Bay, Hill of Hope, followed by Fladay Squish. A length further off is Stolen Glances, then Danazira Moo, followed by Shalang Zanna, and then Ski Lodge Smash and Vittorisk is last. Kriyanka to the lead clearly now. Over the crossing at the 1600, Kriyanka leads about 3/4 to a length on Bumptious, whose rider had a peep over the right shoulder. Third posse is Fladay. Ain't Seen Nothing back to 4th, and then comes Squish around Acacia Bay. Length and a half then on the inside, Ribe, her outside next, about 3/4 to a length back. Hill of Hope, 2.5 to Stolen Glances, then Danazira Moo, followed by Shalang. Ski Lodge Zanna is third last in the field from Vittorisk and Smash. Inside the 1200 and racing onto the far corner, and Kriyanka is the leader. A length and a half on Bumptious. Third posse is taken by Fladay. Ain't Seen Nothing nice and handy on the rails. Then Acacia Bay between Squish and Ribe on the fence. About 3 or 4 then to Hill of Hope as rain agains to fall. A length and a half further back is Stolen Glances. Then Danazira. Some 4 lengths Shalang. On the inside of it is Ski Lodge. And then comes Zanna, and Vittorisk and smashes the tail ender. Down past the 700 and the Adrian Knox, and Kriyanka giving supporters a big sight. Opens up by 2 Bumptious. A length and a half. Ain't Seen Nothing. Hard ridden by Johnny Scorse. And then comes a length away Fladay, a length and a half to Ribe, and 2 Stolen Glances. And some of these fillies are really feeling the strain. Around the corner, Kriyanka straightens up, and at the 375, 2.5, Ain't Seen Nothing, who's been given every possible chance. Then Bumptious, followed by Fladay, and Ribe heads the others from Stolen Glances. But Kriyanka, they can't get nearer. 150 to go. It's Kriyanka about 3 lengths on Ain't Seen Nothing, and then comes Ribe. But this is a brilliant performance by Kriyanka, all the way from Toowoomba, and Kriyanka bolts it in. Ain't Seen Nothing second. Third posse going to Fladay, followed by Ski Lodge. Shalang, Smash, Bumptious, Ribe and Zanna, followed by Stolen Glances, and then a break of 3. Hill of Hope, Acacia Bay, Moo, and then Vittorisk. Second last in the field, Danazira, and Squish was tailed right off.
Prepared by Sean Dwyer, ridden by Greg Childs. The Woodman filly, Kriyanka, gave them something to chase, couldn't be overhauled.
Yes, it looks like there might be a bit of a handy bias to leaders at this stage. Your horse is right on top of the pace as they straighten up. Nothing made ground from back in the field. There's the first of the bolters on the wet track. The wet track form, we couldn't figure it out, but Kriyanka there, I don't know if she had any wet track form, but she does have a little bit, apparently, and she's just bolted away. Nothing's been able to make ground. I'd say you'll see horses leading and winning here today. Now, Ain't Seen Nothing sort of plugged on into second, and then the rest were just coming in at 1s and 2s like Brown's cows there. So a big upset in the Adrian Knox, Kriyanka.
It was one that Ron Dufficy said not to leave out of your chances, so good luck if you included Kriyanka. A Queensland result, Larry Olsen, as we come to you at Eagle Farm, kicking off the Oaks countdown with Sean Dwyer back in the big race winner's circle.
Yes, don't underestimate Sean Dwyer. Trains very well, and that horse has been performed up here quite well, Richard. But anyway, Brendan, I should say, at this first race.
Degrees over the Adelaide Hills. They're all in. They stand well. Starter holds them. Racing now. Off they go in the second, and Granui, one of the best away. Blavine began okay, so did Baroness Rose, but the rider takes hold. Military Tune goes through on the inside. Here they come out wide. El Cartiro and Power to Rule are going on with it. Blavine settles back off them. Tashalado next, followed by Zakiro, and then came Hilton Crown. But as they head into the far side of the course now, the leader Granui, the inside El Cartiro, Bella Bianco, Power to Rule, followed by Military Tune. Blavine outside Baroness Rose, Tashalado, Zakiro, and last of all is Hilton Crown.
As they go along past the 1,000 metre mark, and the leader is Granui on the inside of El Cartiro. 2 lengths away, third, Military Tune. In that group of horses, Bella Bianco and wider out on the course, Power to Rule. A further 2.5 away came Baroness Rose in the clear, travelling nicely. Then a length and a half, Blavine, who's on the outside of Tashalado. A fair way back in the field, Zakiro, and Hilton Crown was last at the 550. And Granui on the inside, and El Cartiro by a length and a half, Power to Rule. 3/4 of a length away on the inside came Military Tune around the corner, followed by Bella Bianco. Baroness Rose pulled out to make a run. Tashalado sneaking home on the fence. Zakiro pulled to the centre of the course, and then Blavine at the 300 metres. Granui and El Cartiro the leaders. Down the outside, Zakiro is coming quickly. Power to Rule, Military Tune, and then Baroness Rose. El Cartiro being grabbed by Zakiro. Zakiro's race to the lead from El Cartiro. Baroness Rose with a late run for a place, but it's Zakiro too strong. Zakiro first, second in El Cartiro, 2 away. A length and a half, Baroness Rose wide out, got third for Mine Just over Granui. Power to Rule was a run. Tashalado and Blavine, Hilton Crown, then Military Tune, and Bella Bianco was last.
6-3-4 across the line. Zakiro from the Gary Kennel yard. Joe Bowditch in the saddle. Moves up with confidence and races past El Cartiro. Baroness Rose boxes on well to snare third. So 6 from 3 and 4. Spinning Hill, as mentioned, is the on-course favourite, but Terry Kennedy standing by. Terry, any mail outside Spinning Hill?
Well, I can tell you, Brendan, the big mail is the pro punters are all looking for horses that can race up on the pace. All the leaders seem to be winning at this stage on the wet track. Look, a little bit easy in the ring. Spinning Hill, bookmakers taking somewhat of a risk. It's exactly the same sort of price for the bookmakers. It is on the tote. There has been some money for Fortune from the Clary Connor stable. Greg Charles already with 1 winner today. It's in a good half a point. You are getting very, very good value on the tote for Fortune. One at very big odds here. Ravenswood got out to very big odds. It is now into, well, $17 on the tote. About the same with bookmakers. It got out to double that with bookmakers, now back in. So if you're looking for one for value, Ravenswood.
Okay, Terry, will all of the mail be?
Pleasure to talk to you, gentlemen.
Always the legend of the race training ranks, Bart Cummings. Catalan opening a few years ago in the Doncaster. And on course at Caulfield, ULAP's very good value on the tote. It's been backed. On course. Richard?
Yes, it's from the Freedman stable, that. So Michael must be down there on his own and opened up his pockets.
ULAP, a hurry.
And racing. Luster jumping fast. ULAP again quickly. French Bid and the Green Cutters is being hard ridden in the early stages to try and retain a position near the inside. And Classy Darcy just off the pace. As they go past the 1,000 metres now, French Bid is the leader. Out by about a half length today. ULAP is second. Bella Sunday's over on the inside third. Classy Darcy moving up on the outside, and then came Flying Kaplan. Next, Luster on the outside from Bold Demand, and then came Broken Spur. Well back is Celtic Magic, and last of all towards the turn is Power Lane. It's a French Bid by a length and a half to ULAP under pressure. Classy Darcy the outside, and Bella Sunday on the rail. A length and a half behind these as they come to the corner. Hooking now out to the outside now is Flying Kaplan, and then Luster, who's hard ridden. but French Bid is away for Durick and leads by 3 lengths to Classy Darcy. Ulap on the inside, and then Flying Camplin, Bella Sunday. French Bid at the 200, 3.5 in front. The riders dropped the whip, but it might not matter. Ulap, Classy Darcy battling away behind it from Flying Camplin, but it's French Bid kept going past the 75 in no danger of defeat, and it's going on to win it well. French Bid scores by 4 lengths. Second to Flying Camplin, Classy Darcy third in a line of about 4 others. Bold Demands up there with Ulap, who battled away on the inside, and Broken Spur next. They were trailed by Power Lane, and then came Bella Sunday, who stopped. Towards the end is Celtic Magic, and Luster was never travelling well today, one of the last over the line.
The Anabar youngster showed them a clean set of heels. Mick Price and Vlad Jurek combined to beat Flying Camplin from the Graham Woolston yard, and Classy Darcy, the top weight, in third position. Was a bunch of them just behind those first 3.
Yeah, the first 3, well, the winner was clearly the winner, but there was a bunch finished behind it, suggesting that perhaps there wasn't a lot between them, and there won't be a lot between them, and we don't know what the form will produce from there, but good winner, French Bid.
Goes around with the green and the white V, colours which Bollinger will sport later on today, the Coolmore Classic winner.
Walked out the betting pavilion, have stormed back in to put more money on Fortune. Sophisticate continues to ease in the market. Now, Ravenswood continues to be the one at value down the bottom, but chaos in the betting pavilion at the moment. Fortune, the hot price favourite now.
OK, Terry, Richard Friedman rejoins us. That last winner was by Woodman Kriyanka. This one they've specced at Longmont Ravenswood by the similar side. They've got a good record Northern Hemisphere on rain-affected ground.
I'm always a bit sceptical of the bred to run in the wet theory. I just think it depends on the horse, their confidence, their stride pattern, and whether that is, I suppose that's something to do with their breeding there. But you know, if they've backed it, they've found the one they think will handle the wet, and that's the